Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Texas Motor Speedway regular season finale for the DSR Electric Truck Series, the Beanbugs.com 225. Gonna be a good one here in Fort Worth, Texas, the mile and a halfer. You're gonna see it all live here on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Good evening, folks. Redneck and NASRA, Jake Reeves, Australia, Dean Hopton Biggles on production, and Wesley Outland will be joining us here in just a little bit. We'll go through the grid very, very quickly. There is a a long list of drivers, as there usually is on the Monday series. 39 taking the grid by my count. Brady LaBeouf up here on the front row, Jonathan Cofield, pole center. Brady LaBeouf starting P2. More on Brady LaBeouf later on in the broadcast. Very significant for that number 24. Hunter Parsons, Lucas Lyons, Hunter Parsons, the point leader coming into tonight. Be third and fourth respectively, right behind them. You find the likes of the Mark Cofield, Taylor Peacock, 57.81, right there behind them. Mark Cofield, good qualifying run for the 57 up here in P5, the highest the 57 has ever had, even when we driving it. Holla Daddy Brad Chew, independent series champion. Matt Cherry getting ready for the playoffs as well, P7, P8. Top 10, Kerry Tribune, Chris Blanchard making up the top 10. Joey Stires and Tyler Justice, 11th and 12th. Andrew Harris back there behind them with Craig Bontrager back there in row 7. Row 8 is going to find the likes of Tyler Dittmer. Good to see him back with Brandon Wallace. The 99 going to be rolling as well. Jeremiah Holt, Justin Lumpkin, top 18, top 20. You will find the likes of Steve Barnett and Blake Lothian, NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series driver back there in row 10. Carson Woodward, Luke Smith, Kermit DeFrog back there, P21, P22. Nate Maurer, 971 NASRA's area code, and Jeffrey Johnson back there sharing the row 12. Cole Larson, the youngster, still looking for his very first win in NASRA. He's got to try to figure it out, P25. J.D. Larson, Keith Haney back there as well. Buzzy Mongold, the one starting right beside Cole Larson. Actually, no, he's back there in 29th with Tyler Goodwin. That's the top 30 as they run here for the pace laps. Phil Pappas, Raul Meza, all-time starter for NASRA, back there in row 16. Row 17, top 34, VP, Cody Knott, Adam Newton. Top 36, Shane Trotter still rocking the old-school Dale Earnhardt paint scheme, and Aaron Van Ryder, the top 36. Stephen Gregory, Chris Ellis be rolling off for P37, P38. Coy Miller, Peyton Hubbard back there for the top 40. And TJ Moore, the race director here this evening. And that's what it looks like. Mile and a halfer here at Texas. It's going to be a good one. Dean, real quick, let's look at some points real quick because I mentioned Brady LaBeouf, where he is at. The cutoff line is right there around that 16th mark. And Brady LaBeouf actually showing that he is 18th, but by the time and by the stuff that I got said earlier, He is right there at the cut line, and it will be interesting to say the least on that.
Yeah, that's
and it
interesting.
will be a show. Yes, Dean.
Yeah, you mentioned that as well too. Perhaps there's been some updates. This is pulled basically from the Sim Racing Hub, where of course some of the stats and stuff like that's kept. So there might be some changes and stuff like that that's not listed on that one specifically there, but as you mentioned there. But more importantly, we'll keep you informed as much as possible on that situation as it arises. As everybody mentioned, this is the last race that they're going to have before the chase format starts. As we get ready to go green.
Yeah, gonna get ready to rock and roll. Brady LaBeouf, Jonathan Cofield up here at the front. And by the stuff I got, Brady LaBeouf tied with Keith Haney for that final spot. 35, 75, 150 is what's going at it for the Greenbugs.com 225. Stage 35. For stage 1 for 35, they will stay green, and off they go. Shoot them up in the cowboy town of Fort Worth as they work it down the backstretch. LaBeouf, Cofield side by side. Now LaBeouf, he'll go back to second. Cofield goes to the front. Hunter Parsons going to slide to the third spot. Look, slides in fourth. Cofield, Peacock, Cherry, Blanchard, Chew, and Tribune as they finally hit the line for lap 1 here at the event.
Yeah, and at the moment, Brady doesn't want to let Cofield get too far up the road there. Cofield is, when Cofield goes, Cofield is gone, you know what I mean? That's generally what happens at Cofield. He loves clean air. He loves running at the front there. He can do that. Hunter Parsons, of course, is his arch rival in this series as well, too, because they're first and second. They want to get as many points as possible. Hunter Parsons with the most wins as well, too, this season before them. And it's good to see Brady LaBeouf, of course, the boss man, involved right up the front there, keeping out of what the situation is back here at the moment, where Steve Barnett is involved, Carson Woodward, and it looks like Raul Mesa.
Yeah, I mean, big slide for those guys. Meza involved, Barnett. I saw him falling very fast down the SDK gaming tower that we have here in the studio. Once again, we look, Woodward right there, Lupkin right there in the middle of that as well. See what happened to Hillbilly? He just take a hell of a ride, then he mess it up, or Woodward get him? Yeah, Woodward kind of got down on the bottom, kind of set him up the hill, sends him around. Woodward hard in the outside potato ball, head on, and then afterwards, bam, gets nailed. Not sure by who, might have been Chris Ellis that possibly got a piece of it. As we watch again, Woodward just sending it right on the bottom. I mean, there's nowhere to go. Hillbilly just kind of comes down on top of him.
That's some big damage to the number 16 truck as well. Who was the one that clipped him, I think? I went to meet Raul Mesa. There must have been somebody else. Mesa
I believe it was Chris Ellis in the 32.
Ellis. Yeah. Let's have a look.
I believe it was Ellis in the 32. Let's see right here. He's on the bottom of the racetrack. Got Morales up top, and he'll eventually see all the events unfold in front of him. Pulse Poppers Instant Replay, thank you very much to Pulse Poppers for the sponsorship. And you see all hell kind of breaking loose. Woodward coming down. Damn, nowhere to go. Yeah, but he knocked the whole right front off of it, team. This mile and a half, you got to have the aerodynamics, to be able to make it happen here. And, the speed, aerodynamics, all that stuff, you got to have all that. He's got to have the aromatics. As Mater would say in cars. He's got to have it all lined up right there for him. First caution of the event, Cofield, LaBeouf. Parsons lines, Peacock up here at the front. Dean, I don't know. I mean, the points that come into tonight was what I got sent. I got it sent by Brady LaBeouf, actually, matter of fact, and he must be really intrigued to want to see that, because Parsons, Larson, Cofield, Newton, Luke Smith, Lucas Slides, Carriage Butte, Jeffrey Johnson, they are locked in for points. So they're not worried about a whole lot coming into tonight. Now the rest of them, Peacock, Stires, Justice Hubbard, Steve Barnett, who's up there in that mix, but he just got caught up in that wreck. Goodwin and Cherry, they're at it. And then you got LaBeouf and Haney. They're tied for the 16th and final spot to get into the chase. So that's why it's very significant for Brady LaBeouf to be up here in the middle of this. Now, that was what I got sent. That may be a little bit off on what we're showing, but that's what I got sent, at least from Brady LaBeouf.
I think you're right on that one. We're going to go with what you say rather than what's showing up there from the the software that's pulled from the website itself, as you said, because there's probably other things that are taken into consideration. So that's the key. So we'll keep you an eye around that one. Matt Cherry situation, Brady LaBeouf. And this is probably the reasons why we got Brady LaBeouf, who's running right up the front here this evening, right up next to Jonathan Caulfield. He knows he's got to get in, don't you? He's got to get enough points there to clear himself so he can be a part of that chase format. And, of course, as you are aware, well, if you are aware out there, of course, thank you, everybody. This is it. This is it. The last race, Texas, and that's it. We get the chase begins. So if you're not in that top 16, you're not in the chase. You still race, of course, help your teammates and buddies out, but you won't be racing for the championship.
Your buddies out there, got to help them out. Wesley out to join us up there in the booth. Wesley, what's going on, buddy?
You all sit on a throne of lies. That's all I'm going to say. No, I'm just messing. What's up, guys? Yes, final race, Texas, right? Any points, any positions, any stages, anything you can do to take advantage of it, Jacob and Dean, you got it too, right? So this is it. Playoffs, chase starts next week in Daytona. We're coming back to the green flag, back to racing here in No Limits, Texas. And what a wild one it'll be. Under the light, it's already nighttime and we're back to green.
Yeah, this is the new version of Texas, so 20 degrees in the turns, 1 and 2, 24 on the 3 and 4 area, and front stretch 5 degrees both sides. So a little bit not as steep over 1 and 2, but Caulfield able to make it happen. Work his way off of turn 1 and 2, down into the 24 degrees at 3 and 4. LaBeouf still trying to hold on to second. Here comes Hunter Parsons down to the inside of Lucas Lyons.
Stays right there in that spot. It's Caulfield now breaking out in front of the boss. And the champion of Brady LaBeouf, Lyons, watches on. Parsons now up top, now back to the bottom. And we got a little contact there in the back. Blanchard, Caulfield, Peacock almost getting together. We're 3 wide.
3 wide at Texas, no limit style. Send it, baby, just like Woodward did right there just a second ago in Hillbilly. But Matt Cherry, defending series champion, wanting to defend that title. He's got Peacock up top as well. Right on board with Carriage should be right here behind him as they work their way going back into turn 1.
Yeah, solid run right now as we watch these guys work their way their muscle back into the corner. Here they come again down into the corner into 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Caulfield now gets some company. Brady LaBeouf looking for the lead. While that goes on, battle for 5th. It's the other Caulfield, Daddy Caulfield, Blanchard and Peacock going after the 5, 7, and 3 and 4.
Yeah, Daddy wanted to get him a little bit right here. Mark Caulfield running pretty good up there in the top 5. Getting a little bit, maybe his son kind of showing him a couple of tricks up his sleeve to help that 57 up here at the front. Sitting in the P5 spot. Wesley, that is the highest that the 57 has run in a long, long, long time. And I mean that by how I ran with the 57 as well. Caulfield doing a fantastic job. He's got Blanchard Peacock right there behind him.
And again, I got to remember that you actually made that number 5-7 very popular for the longest time in NASRA before you retired and become the broadcaster that you are. Caulfield leading over LaBeouf, Lyons, Parsons, Caulfield. That is Jonathan Caulfield, Daddy Mark Caulfield, top 5. Blanchard trying to get around him, or single file out of 2.
Yeah, Blanchard able to get the run, to get around Peacock. Peacock, he'll get kicked back into the likes of Kerry Tribune down to his outside, going to try to make it happen. Lucas Lyons blinking out a little bit. You saw it right there on the ticker on the left side. Remember, going to 35, and we will stay green unless some kind of chaos happens around that time. Ends up making the stage break happen. For the moment, they are clean. They are green. They worked their way going through 1 and 2. There's Craig Bontrager. Mixing it up. There's Brandon Wallace right there on his inside.
All part of the Brimbugs 225, brimbugs.com for more information, and we are not done yet. Remember this race, 150 laps just getting started. It is Peacock now up on the top side, trying to make a run for that position in the top 10. This is the battle for 9th and 10th. Steyer's blue truck inside, got a run. Meanwhile, Cherry, defending champion, wants to get back in the chase again. He is right now hanging in the top 5 as they work out of 2.
Yeah, Cherry tried to get up here, mix it up one way or another. Peacock up to his outside as well. There's Cherry. There is Tribune, rather, up on his outside. They got Blanchard right there in front of them. And that battle for the lead you was talking about a second ago, Wesley, it is not drawn out a whole lot. Cofield still got him at 0.2 of a second. By our time it is scored, you can see it right there on the left side. LaBeouf hanging tight with him, trying to get all the points that he can. Remember, he's right there on that cut line for the points to try to make it in the chase.
All this stands on as we work our way into the top 5. Let's give you your top 10 right now as we're approaching about midway point of lap number 15 in stage number 1. About over 20 laps to go. It is Cofield, LaBeouf, Lyons, Parsons, Cofield, top 5. Blanchard, Tribune, Cherry, Peacock, Dyers. As we pause on the moment on the radio for a second from here at Virtual Texas.
We bleed blue and white. You're listening to the Clayton Comets Audio Network, powered by CRN. We now pause for station identification. This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Pausing there, my apologies. I didn't realize I had the Clayton Comets Audio Network station ID plugged in instead of our regular one. If you are joining us, we had coverage of soccer on CRN earlier this afternoon, and now we race into the midnight hour with the iRacing's best in the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. Jacob Reeves, I am Wesley Outland, Bigglesdean Hopton. You know he'll chime in when he's ready to. We welcome you to the final race in season number 7 of the regular season finale on the road to the chase. That's next week in Daytona. And right now, champion of the past, Cofield leads them off board.
Yeah, Cofield's still working it as well. Lucas Lyons actually got around LaBeouf. Now LaBeouf falls into the clutches of Hunter Parsons, and there's no love lost there between those drivers. They've had a little bit of beef in the past. Parsons down to the inside, LaBeouf up top. Mark Cofield trying to latch on him, making a little 3-horse race up here as well. And Lyons still blinking out. You see it right there on the time and scoring right there on the left side. Lyons blinking out. That's about the 3rd or 4th time. TJ Moore, race director, maybe looking into this. Maybe getting a hold of Lucas, saying, get your internet cleaned up. Maybe you might have to be pulling in.
And right now, Jonathan Cofield still holding on to that top spot. It's Lyons right there behind him. Single file. Brady LaBeouf now up top side. He watches as Parsons looks on. We got a truck in trouble dropping down the scoring pylon. And we will still stay green as Lyons losing netcode issue. Looks like his internet's going in and out, but he pops back in view now.
That's got to be rough right there, especially right there in front of Hunter Parsons. Everybody gone again is Lucas Lyons. Finds up right there in front of him. I mean, hey, look, I'm a Lucas Lyons fan just as much as the next guy, but you got to figure something out. TJ Moore's got to get a hold of this. Right here, we are at the regular season finale. Points is up for grabs. You see Lyons, I believe he is actually coming back. He's trying to, almost got tagged.
Wow.
Almost got sent around right there. That was Matt Cherry trying to get to the inside. TJ Moore finally maybe have thrown something out there, maybe told him, hey, pull it back a little bit. But everybody else is still coming full steam ahead to Lucas Lyons. Something's got to be done right here, Wesley.
That's the thing, right? I mean, this is the final race. There's a lot of positions on the line for the chase. Who's going to go to the playoffs? And obviously, you know, if there's a vehicle on the sim that's not got a stable connection, it can be hazardous for others. This is a storm crash waiting to happen at any moment. Race director TJ Moore has got to do something about it, as there he goes disappearing again. As you notice, when we lose angle, we lose picture, we lose camera, it's because his truck keeps disappearing. Netcode could be a big factor if they don't fix this thing here for Lyons and anybody else for that matter.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw it just a second. There he is. I mean, way up there. You saw it right there on the apron. He was pulling down at the bottom of the racetrack, trying to let everybody go. So at least they're not telling him to go ahead and just blatantly back out of the race. I mean, give him a second. Let him try to get it straightened out, you know, maybe get a drive-through penalty, something in that nature. Looks like that is exactly what's happening. Lucas Lyons way at the back of the pack right now. and I think he might have actually disconnected. I don't even see him registering any time right now out of the 41. I hate to see that for him. I mean, you really hate to see that for any driver, Wesley, especially right here with the regular season finale. But it's not fair to the other drivers that's out here racing for points, especially with how close the points battle is. With drivers trying to get into the chase and others trying to fight to get that extra spot to try to help themselves in the bracket.
No, you're exactly right. And I'm understanding that Parsons had to make some checkups there. Hunter Parsons already had to do some evasive driving to avoid the 41. By the way, Shane Scott chiming in. He says, I'm 5 points behind making the playoffs and missed joining the race session tonight by 10 seconds, and I couldn't get in. So, look, that's heartbreaking for a guy named Shane Scott, our buddy in the 21. But right now, let's go back up front with the leaders. You're riding on board with Parsons, the man that's pretty much been the dominator of this season. What a turnaround for the young driver, four-time winner from Statesville, North Carolina, the points leader moving in. You know he's going to the chase. You know he's going to race for a championship, Jacob, but he's trying to have another solid run to end the finale and look for win 5 here before the chase starts next week in Daytona here in Texas.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want. I mean, you want to try to get the wins and kind of pile them up right here before the chase starts. That way you can kind of carry some momentum going into Daytona next week, which, I mean, Daytona, I mean, this is a straight-up crapshoot. Everybody knows that, but still,
that's right.
You got that momentum. You got that little bit of, giddy-up in your hitch to be able to get out there and say, yeah, I can still get it done, even though it is a super speedway. But you want to try to carry as much momentum possible as you can going into the chase to try to help your odds in any way, shape, fashion, form. Because remember, Wesley, wins does not matter. Wins doesn't mean a damn in the chase. It is all about points for that matter. And Parsons is going to be good in the points. Still want to have that momentum when you are in the chase. That way you don't falter and you don't end up running into a roadblock or a slump when you go through the chase that could hinder you from winning winning the championship.
You're exactly right. And we continue to watch this battle heating up. Here we go now. It is a game of cat and mouse. Remember, under 10 remaining. CRN stage information down below. Warning tells that we are CRN.com. Had coverage of soccer on the radio earlier this afternoon. Now we got iRacing. And look at this. Stage 1 will go all the way to lap 35. Unless we get something organically to happen on the racetrack, there will be no caution. We'll stay green and soar ahead in the Glass Mechanics stage number 2. That'll be another 40 laps. That'll take us to halfway at lap 75. Caution will be showed. And then, Jacob, the final 75 laps of the regular season here in stage 3 tonight in Texas. 5 sets of tires. 80% fuel capacity. I'm thinking 80% is around 25, 30 laps, something like that.
Yeah, in that range, maybe around 35, somewhere in that range. I mean, you're pushing it at that point, but we'll see how they end up working out. Obviously, they're going to be good to go, I would think, especially right here stage 1. Even with that caution that we had, you see LaBeouf's gas gauge, so he should be good to go at least for the first 7 laps, but or these final 7 laps, rather. But then once they hit that stage, once they get the stage points, it's game over. Cofield, Mark Cofield, that is. Daddy trying to get up here and make it a 1-2 for the family affair here in Texas. Mark Cofield down to the inside. Power move down to the inside. LaBeouf up top. And LaBeouf's going to try to fight hard. Coming off of turn 4. Mark Cofield going for second. How about Daddy working it here in Texas?
And look at this now. It's now LaBeouf in the middle of that Cofield father-son sandwich. They'll cut the line this time by. It'll be 5 laps to go. Cofield now on the inside of Brady LaBeouf, looking for second as they work the back straightaway.
Yeah, I mean, working their way around all they can. And Mark Cofield, one of those guys, I mean, coming into the night, he's 25th in the points, so no way that he can make it into the chase, but still could play a major factor. He can help out his son in any way, shape, fashion, or form. Maybe try to jump right there in front of LaBeouf. Maybe race him hard like he's doing right now. And Cofield already out now to a very manageable 2.5 lead. It's kind of held LaBeouf up right here just a little bit. And Cofield's just racking it up with the clean air and not having to race anybody. LaBeouf had to jump up in line. Cherry there as well. With Parsons as well. Big slide. He had to try to make it happen. But LaBeouf still holding it down right there. That second spot, Cofield still trying to find something out, but he hits the wall off 4.
Coming to the line, under 5 miles remaining, 4 laps left to go here in stage number 2, but he's not done yet. Cofield, LaBeouf, and Parsons now trying to put Mark Cofield in the binders on the outside lane as Cherry Powers to the bottom in 1.
Cherry down there. Oh, God, Mark trying to get down to the inside. Cofield puts Cherry up into the fence. Tribune will fire off on the inside. Peacock down low as well. Matt Cherry had a spot. Cofield kind of pitched him up into the wall, and that let Tribune by and possibly Peacock. Mark Cofield trying to earn the respect of some of these drivers that will be racing for a championship next week in Daytona when the chase starts. Still wanting to be a little bit of aggressive. He's up here at the front saying, by God, I come to play here tonight.
All the excitement as these guys still go door to door. LaBeouf and Parsons, they're still not finished. 2 to go for second now as they work again off 4, Jacob.
And here caution is out. Way before that, and we got a mini parking lot rather. Tyler Justice back here as well, Buzzy Mongold and others parking it back here at the back. Jason Morales involved as well, Jeremiah Holt and others through 3 and 4. Caution is out for the second time, and that's pretty much going to end it right here for the stage break. See what happens here. Justice, damn, just sends it in there, gets into Pappas, knocks him sideways. Pappas comes back down, nails Justice. Justice up the hill. Hillbilly Steve Barnett again involved in a crash in the same turn, mind you, that he was earlier. You see Lyons lock it down. He gets kicked sideways as well. J.D. Larson trying to get through through a piece of that as well. I believe that was J.D. Larson. Watch it again. Justice, wow. You see Haiti back here. Haiti, as we talked about, right there with that cut line, trying to mix it up, but no fault for Haiti. Pappas just comes down. Justice is there. Justice sends it, and Pappas still trying to get the damn truck straightened out. Gets into Justice.
Wow.
Hard impact outside rotated wall. Comes down, gets Hillbilly as well. Justice hard into the outside rotated wall, and by the points for Justice, he should be good. I mean, he's up 56 from the cut line coming into the night. He should be, I don't know. Maybe he ain't able to get the race out. I mean, he may lose a lot of points. Justice could be in serious trouble right here.
Wow. That's all I can say, guys. Heartbreak for the number 6. Wow. And look at this again from another angle. It's on board with Steve Barnett, the Hillbilly. And by the way, everybody just come down pit road because this was technically going to be the end of the stage. But look at Tyler Justice. Oh, my. And Barnett, nowhere to go. Slams into Holt. Goodwin, who got a top 3 last week, barely got brought by. Wow. And you know what? This is what we talked about, Jacob, that we weren't scheduled to have a caution at the end of stage 1 unless something happens. Well, guess what? Something happened, and I think this completely puts everybody back on the same strategy except for Nate Maurer and Jeffrey Johnson. These 2 guys are going to roll the dice, and they're going to stay up in front without pitting.
Yeah, absolutely. They will. Now, we're showing Cofield the stage 1 winner, but they pitted on lap 35. That's going to be interesting because they pitted on 35, Wesley, and it is at the end of lap 35.
No. He's won the stage.
Those points, so,
yeah, he won the stage. The Cofield won the stage, but Maurer and Johnson are now going to be shown the new front runners because they did not come down pit road. So, yeah, Jonathan Cofield did win stage number 1, my friend.
Then I have no idea what the hell Maurer and Johnson's doing because they're up here at the front.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Yeah.
I mean, if it was for the stage, I mean, if that's what they were thinking, they was trying to go for the stage win, stage points, all that stuff, maybe I could see it. But if it was already called and they already got it, what are you doing up here? I mean, what are you doing? Both of them up 22 spots from where they started at. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on with them. I don't know what they're thinking.
Quick. Well, no, actually, we're coming to green. Yeah, no commercial. We're not going to commercial yet. Unless Dean can go side by side. Can you go side by side, Dean? You know, have to make our people happy. We have to, yeah. There you go. Yeah. He's got the little baby. Well, if you got to go take care of the baby here in a little bit, I got you, brother.
I gotta go now. Actually, would be a good idea.
Go sing him a lullaby and come back, my friend. Go sing him a lullaby and come back. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to break some glass and kick some virtual out. Yeah, it's Glass Mechanics Stage 2. Jacob's gonna go put the baby to sleep with a lullaby, not lollyball. Dean, what's up, brother? You know what I mean? You can call some races. We throw it down. How about Cofield winning stage 1, boss?
Yeah. Caulfield, once he gets out front, he's hard to beat. Thing is, it was really impressive, wasn't it? Mark Caulfield, he's still in this race. It's a P8. Remember, we got drivers that haven't pitted, Wesley. So they're falling back big time right now, as to be expected, you know. Full freshies out there make a big difference there. Hunter passes up at a P2 now. He's got around Brady LaBeouf there. Matt Cherry's worked his way up 4 positions there. Taylor Peacock, Andrew Harris, Kerry Tribute, Mark Caulfield. Tyler Didmar is in there as well, till P9. So that's the situation as it is in our second stage here, presented by the Glass Mechanic, my friend. We go to lap 75, and we will have another caution. So far, touch wood, we've only had a couple of cautions in this race.
Oh, I love that sound.
Yeah, those drivers that didn't pit it, Nate Mauer, he's down to P17th now, Wesley. Jeffrey Johnson's down to P27, so by staying out, sure, stage points, but track position, gone.
Working off of turn number 4, off of the corner. Here they come to the line. Another lap of the board. Cofield in the lead. Parson second. You're on board now with Matt Cherry, the reigning defending champion. And he now is currently 5th single file as they work off board.
Taking it easy. They got enough gas here. Now, do they have enough gas to make it to the end of the stage?
I believe so. Yes. Because, I mean, what'd you say? 40 laps on a tank of fuel at 80%?
Yeah.
It's a 40-lap stage. They ran about 2 laps or 3 laps under caution. You're saving fuel driving under caution. So, I mean, you got less than 30 laps to go here before the end of the stage. You're at lap number 8 of 40. The 32 remaining, if you want to be honest. I think they can go the distance.
I think you're right there, Wesley, of course, especially those couple of those caution laps at the end of the stage break, which was going to be green, but because there was that incident, it ended up being almost like a regular stage caution, wasn't it? So, yeah. And the thing is, I love here at the NASRA network and the DSR Electric Series as well, too. They like to flip things around. They like to make the tanks just a little bit short there so you can throw a bit of a strategy call in there. You're not quite sure you can make it to a stage break. We knew they could make it to stage 1, but if they didn't gas it up and they stayed green, when would they have gone down the pit road if there was green flag pit stops? Unfortunately, we didn't see that situation, but that's what they do here at the NASRA 360 Racing Network, just try to spice things up a little bit interesting. Here's Kyle Larson as well, too. Remember, Kyle Larson still yet to win a race this season, my friend. Should be in the chase, no problems, running 3rd. They're still trying to chase that ultimate first victory ever, I think, for the NASRA 360 Racing Network. A couple of races off and a bit of pressure there from Taylor Peacock at the moment. Once Hunter Parsons trying to hunt down Jonathan Caulfield. That's going to be a sign of perhaps what's going to happen for this chase format this season as well, too. Those two are the 2 top guns going in. Looks like they'll be going out of the regular season as well, too, into the chase format on the top of the timesheet between those two. Top of the scoring sheets. We'll see how that pans out, Wesley.
Absolutely. Cofield leading them over Parsons. There's LaBeouf. How about Brady LaBeouf? Solid. I will say this. Brady LaBeouf, Jacob, and Dean, I'll say this. Over the last couple of weeks, I really believe that Brady has really turned up the momentum. He has really showed his talents on the Monday night series. Not breaking through and winning, but he is just being consistent. Well, you know what? Consistency is key on the road to the chase playoffs format, because you don't have to win, Dean. All you got to do is just be consistent in your finishes, get as many points as you can, and we're seeing the 24 Season 2 champion do that.
Well, I think
Wesley,
Jacob's back.
Yeah, Jacob.
Go ahead, Dean. Let Dean go first, and then Jacob will come back.
Well, I was going to allude to what Jacob had said earlier. I mean, he's on the bubble. Brady needs to get as many points as possible so he can secure himself into that chase format, and then, get himself some race victories and stuff like that if he can, or at least some podiums, and then he's back in it. So, but the thing is, Brady's fighting for his dying stages. He needs a good result here this evening in order to get himself through that chase.
Well, Dean, I mean, it's like we were talking about as well, and I think Brady LaBeouf would actually say this to the T on this, that it was actually time, excuse me for saying this, folks, but it was time for him to wake his ass up. I mean, we're right here at the point. We are at that point to where we got to go. Like, it's no time to sit here and fiddle around. We're right here trying to get in the chase, and as I mentioned, right there at that cut line, the 24 is. And tied with it, with Keith Haiti having his issues here this evening, but this is that time when he's got to wake up. He's got to get some runs. He's got to start doing something if he wants to try to race for a championship and be the two-time champion, the first two-time champion here with the DSR Electric Truck Series. He's got to get something going. He's got to get into the chase and not have any issues here tonight at Texas if he wants to have that shot.
Very well said. Hey, by the way, don't forget the NASRA Prosper Engineering Endurance Series is on the end of their first season. They're down to the final 3 races. Next Tuesday night, we will be at COTA, Circuit of the Americas. Now, next broadcast will be on NASRA Wednesday. And Dean, that is another big race. Michael McKinnon and myself will bring it to you. It is ARCA from Bristol, baby. And that is the final race before the playoffs begin for ARCA. And then Thursday night, the NASRA Cops Truck Series will be in action as well.
We'll be interested to say the least on that. So, folks, if you haven't yet, make sure you like, subscribe, keep up with what's going on here with the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Wesley, I'm going to have to go look and see how many people have subscribed to the NASRA 360 Racing Network, but I know a lot of people watch the Monday Night Series. Remember what happened when we hit 1,000 subscribers? Okay, if we get, we drink a beer. Well, I'll tell you what, at the risk of me getting me in serious trouble, if we can hit 2,000 subscribers sooner or later when that time hits, and if it's on a Thursday broadcast, a Wednesday, whatever, holler at me, I'll jump in here and I will do it. Once we hit 2,000, I will do a couple of shots of whiskey. How about that right there? We'll do whiskey instead of beer this time around. Now, that number is undisclosed how many. It ain't going to be no 2,000 or 2,000 subscribers, but we'll pop a couple of shots of whiskey live on the air for 2,000 subscribers on NASRA 360.
And here's the thing as well. I'm going to one-up it. If you...
gonna do whiskey?
I don't drink whiskey, but whoa, we got a truck in the wall.
Yes, 87
Harris. Holy shit, Harris is in the wall. But I will tell you this. Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. But I will say this, though. I got off track. It happened so fast. But I will say this. We're talking about whiskey. If we get 2,000, okay, I will sing rye whiskey while you shoot whiskey. Will that work? Can I do that?
Yeah, let's do that. We'll do that.
You know that song? You know the song, don't you? I mean, you're a whiskey drinker. You know the rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm not saying anything else, okay? And somebody's like, please, we're losing our audience now. But if we get 2,000 subscribers and you drink whiskey, I'll sing rye whiskey while you're on the air. It's one of the popular bluegrass songs.
Yeah, some of you out there saying, oops, I did it again. I'm not saying crap. I'm no way, shape, fashion, or form am I doing that. Now, we are at 1.4.
Did it again.
We're at 1.4, so 600 more people get on here and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, by all means, I'll do it. That means this year, next year, whatever. If we get 2,000, we'll put it on there. 2,000 subscribers. That's if I'm in the area. Now, if I'm off on vacation or something, then
No. Well, we still got to hold it. You still got to get a hold of you and make you, do it. So
yeah. Well, I mean, if I'm on vacation, I'll probably drink it anyway, so it ain't really gonna matter. So it should make it better for fit going on though with Peacock and Carriage View. Actually, it's better for fourth of your screen.
Dean, you know that song?
Maybe. Just do Willie Nelson. Just do Willie Nelson. Whiskey River.
Okay. Whiskey River. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. I'll sing that with you. Blue Eyes Crying.
We'll do that.
Oh, baby. Back straight away. Cofield in the lead. Our numbers are dropping, I think. We've lost about 20 people. So I'm not singing anymore.
That's my fault. Well, that's my fault. I started all this. Back to it, though. LaBeouf right here, sitting in third. This is between him and Hunter Parsons. Now, Cofield's kind of gone. I mean, he's not gone, but about a second up the road from Hunter Parsons and LaBeouf right here, sitting in this battle for the second spot. You see the times, and watch how LaBeouf is. I mentioned that 20 degrees over in 1 and 2. It used to be 24 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. But then when they done the whole reconfiguration here in Texas, if you want my honest opinion, they screwed it up. They made it wide as hell over in 1 and 2, and nobody even runs up on the top of the racetrack. It used to be top side all day long, but then when they reconfigured it, now it's kind of been one of those keep it on the bottom. Watch LaBeouf, though. He's going to try to make something happen right here in this middle of the high lane, but look at Parsons just able to just gas up and carry on. It's like you overdrive that 1 and 2. You're screwed. You got to be on the bottom of the racetrack to be able to make anything happen. And then even over in 3 and 4, you still got to kind of keep it on the bottom side. You can run middle sometimes and make it work, but in my opinion, Wesley, and I'm sure you have an opinion on it as well, when they reconfigured this place back in 2017, 2018, whenever they did that, they screwed this up. They should have just went ahead and repaved it and just left everything the way it was. Either that or just left the track the way it was and made it into a kind of an old Atlanta kind of deal. I think that's what they should have did.
Terry, last year's champion, trying to leave a mark here now, sitting in the top 10 outside the top 5 and 6. And that is where we are now as we close in on 14 to go. Much comfortable stage number 2, a lot more cleaner than what stage number 1 was, obviously, Dean, and I'm sorry, Jacob, and there's a look at the race recap so far. 2 cautions for 6 laps, and that's what it's been.
Yeah, I mean, we only have 1 lead change pretty much. I mean, that was when, Cofield, maybe LaBeouf or Parsons maybe had a sniff of lead, and then it flip-flopped back and went right back to Jonathan Cofield, who has pretty much assumed it. You saw Parsons, I believe it was. Well, actually, no, the lead change was when they had the caution. And right there at the end of the stage when Maurer had a couple of laps left, but then after that, Cofield just took the 4 freshies and gassed up. You see it right there, 60-3 for the 63 laps that we ran. And look at Nate Maurer right there. He did not take tires. He had to pit late. Him and Jeffrey Johnson Jr., both of them, 45-46 was when they pitted. Both of them 1 lap down, back 32nd and 33rd, respectively. Not a good call on their part to make that happen.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. 11 to go. And remember, me and Dean were talking about this when you're putting the baby David to bed there, Jacob, that, We didn't think they were going to need to come down pit road in stage number 2. They could go the distance, so that's exactly what they're doing. I don't think anybody is going to be coming down to the pit lane until the end of stage 2.
I think that's what they're going to be shooting for. You may see some maybe try to, somehow or another, I mean, if you try to pull an undercut, you might be in a little bit of trouble if you try to do that, because then you're going to end up going a lap down and then you end up screwing yourself out of it. So, 10 to go right here. I think if you can make it all the way to the end of stage 2, if you can make it, that's a big if, you can make it. You want to stretch it as long as you can, and if you can make it happen, and then pit, it's going to be pitting right after that, obviously. But if you can make it all the way to the end of the stage, that's what you want to do. If not, then you might be in a little bit of trouble. We know 2 drivers that's going to easily be able to make it, and that's Nate Bauer and Jeffrey Johnson. They'll be able to make it easily, but granted, like I said a while ago, they pitted about 10 laps later than what they should have. There's Tyler Dittmer. You see his little graph. He's kind of held it steady, sitting about the 7th spot is where he's running the number 34. Obviously, America's Navy 250. Obviously, for 250 years of America. So, rockin' and rolling right here for Tyler Dittmer, trying to roll it right here, trying to get up here with Carriage Butte.
Cofield in the lead, Carson second, LaBeouf, Cherry, Peacock, your top 5, everybody now. Here comes a little Peacock now. Nice little battle. Got Kerry Chabu up on the top there. Behind him, Tyler Dittmer. Good to see Tyler back again whenever he can run with us. Thank you for your service, my friend. And single digits now in stage number 2. Presented by, put it up on the screen there, Dino, Glass Mechanic. Quiet stage 2 as we near the end in Texas.
Very quiet stage 2 right here, Wesley. I mean, we haven't had a whole lot of chaos pop off right here. Glass Mechanic stage 2, kind of like what we did right there at the start of stage 1 and also at the tail end of stage 1 right there at the stage break. That's where the action was. And right here at stage 2, everybody's kind of calm, cool, collected, nobody doing anything crazy. Remember, we do get the caution here at the end of stage 2. Pay out some more points, some more stage points. And LaBeouf already got him some stage points in that stage 1. Gonna get some in stage 2. Unless he just straight up screws himself right here at the end of stage 3. I mean, still got a couple laps left in stage 2, but get stage 3 and not a whole lot of hell happens on the 24's part. I'd say he should be good to go to make the chase for the number 24. I'd say he's got a pretty good shot to make it happen.
Make it 5 laps to go in stage number 2. Whoa, a little wiggle, baby, hang on. Oh, I haven't used this quote in a long time, Jacob, but that was a little wiggle and a jiggle and a giggle and a bobble.
Big time wiggle all the way around. 3 wide, Trebuchet stuck in the middle, Dittmer low, Peacock up high side, Tickler line drops right around both of them, so Peacock can slide up into the P5 spot. Try to run down defending series champion Matt Cherry and the owner Brady LaBeouf. Cherry looking, trying to make it happen with LaBeouf. And remember, teammates right here, Cherry and LaBeouf. These drivers over in the NASRA Racing Esports channel, you gotta think Cherry maybe, getting a little holler from the boss man right here, knowing that LaBeouf's got to get all the points that he can get. Maybe Cherry will cut him a little bit of slack right here with 4 to go, at least in stage 2, but Cherry not wanting to give it up. Defending series champion trying to ride him some momentum going into the chase. Oh no, LaBeouf's going to try to pull the slide right out of the inside.
Trying to make that move in the diamond of the corner. You're exactly right, Gene. You read my words, and that's exactly what they're doing. Lee Diffie? Oh, yeah. That's what Wesley uses. Well, come on. Michael McKinnon? Diamond. It is the diamond of the corner. It's the apex. They also call it the apex of the turn. Yeah, halfway. 2 to go. And we are approaching halfway By the way, this is the brimbugs.com 225. Go to Brimbugs to find out all the information. Like Brimbugs. You like fishing? You like Brimbugs there, Jacob?
I mean, I'm looking over here at it right now. I may end up making me a little more when it's all said and done for, fly fishing. I mean, they got the whole 9 yards, cool lures and everything. We have one to go here in stage 2 presented by the Classic Caddy. Damn, they got all kinds of stuff. Grippy jigs, got bluegill flies, trout flies, a lot of fly fishing going on with some jigs. Got all your fishing needs over there. Brimbugs.com. I may have to save. I'm gonna favorite that one, Wesley. Is Cofield coming around to get stage 2?
Told you. I'm gonna come you down. I want a commission. Sell Brimbugs for you. Here they come. Working off of turn 4. Cofield comes to the line. He won stage 1. He'll win stage number 2. The caution will come out. Jonathan Cofield sweeping the stages, and he knows about being a champion of the past. He's won before.
Absolutely. I mean, Cofield knows how to get her done when he needs to.
Get her done.
Obviously. I mean, he's wanting to try to make it happen as well. I mean, season 5 champion of Cofield trying to one up and do better than what his Auburn Tigers is going to be doing for the college football season. So, yeah, he's going to try to make a little something happen right here. He's still rocking the War Eagle stuff all over his suit and everything. But Cofield really showing a lot of speed here tonight. He's at the fastest lap of the race at 30.322 as well. So,
roll Tide, baby.
Cofield's going to be, oh yeah.
Even though we can't stand Kalen DeBoer.
Speaking of which, I got a comment about that afterwards. Oh,
what are you talking about? Well, he got an extended contract last week. Did you see that? Oh, yeah, I was cussing myself. I really was. You sound very quiet. Are you angry? Jacob, are you angry?
No, it's an extended. It's kind of an extended story that, well, yeah, there's beef. There is beef on this story, but we'll get to it here in a second after we get through the pit stops.
Everybody on the radio, go to We're going to talk about this after the pit stops. Okay, I thought we were going to say let's go to commercial break and then we'll hash let's go to commercial break and then we'll hash it out. Yeah, let's go to commercial break. Here comes everybody pitting. Jonathan Cofield, stage 1 and stage 2 winner. Roll Tide, not War Eagle. Them guys on Auburn don't know whether it'll be a damn tiger or an eagle. We're taking a break. Jacob's got his story time next. Stay with us.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Hey, back here in Texas, final race of the regular season before the chase begins Daytona next week. And Jacob Reeves is speaking with stage 1 and 2 winner, Jonathan Cofield, and another quick episode of Story Time.
Yeah, I mean, Jonathan, buddy, congratulations on the stage 1, stage 2 victories, buddy. How's the truck feeling out there on you?
It feels pretty good. I like Texas. I've run Texas a couple times this week, so kind of got the muscle memory down. I'm here lately. I'm good at winning stages, but not very good at winning races. So we'll see how it works out there. Maybe everybody can keep their tires up under them and their truck straight.
All righty, well, Jonathan, buddy, we'll send you on down. That way we can do the story time thing real quick. But good luck the rest of the race. Congratulations on stage 1, stage 2.
Thank you, buddy.
So we'll send him on down, obviously.
Roll Tide, Jacob.
Yeah, this story's going to be a good one right here. So basically, this is the beef that I got more or less because apparently I don't do a podcast anymore. But
well, cue your sound effects.
We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. So real quick,
okay.
We went to North Carolina up in Cherokee this past weekend, and I placed a bet for $20 on the national championship for college football, and I bet on Alabama. Okay. Now, granted, I had a couple of mixed drinks. You know, I enjoyed myself. You know, I'm like, hell yeah, let's bet on it and everything. And so, well, that's what the guy asked me. When I made the bet, he said, "Who are you betting on?" I said, "Alabama." And he said, "Are you shitting me?" I said, "No, I'm dead serious." He said, "Man, they suck."
We got beef.
I got beef.
Suck.
I said, "Come on, man."
College football playoffs.
I said, "Hell, man." I said, "Look," I said, "we got a shot." It's the odds was like plus 2,200. So I bet 20. I probably win like $500 out of it. So I mean, I took a shot at it. But to whoever that was out there, I don't even know what the guy looked like to me because I was plastered. But still, I got beef with you. Don't be calling out my college football team, man. Don't do that. I thought about betting on the Braves just to piss him off.
Jacob, are you? I love it. He would know what to think. Oh, what? Football, baseball. Yeah, it's a lot slower. You keep up with it.
The drunker I got, I'd have been betting on Atlanta Braves to win the college football national championship.
There you go,
drunker probably. So there you go.
Everybody, I think my colleague has a drinking problem.
Well, I haven't drank in a while, so that factored into it as well.
Oh, no, it's all good, brother. Have a drink on me. Here we go. Cherry on the inside. Have a pass on Peacock. There he goes on the bottom, the defending champion. Trying to now make a move for third. Gets around the green and black 81 up top. And here comes down Brady LaBeouf. Full steam ahead back on the bottom. Dean, real quickly, can you show us the top 24 in the points before we get ready to get down to the final stage? Can you show us the graphic? That's not right. Jacob said it's wrong.
I sent you a graphic. Dean.
The press is wrong. Here it is. Okay. So what? The top 16 advance, right? The top 16 go to the chase. So you got Peyton Hubbard and Brady LaBeouf on the outside looking in.
Well, that's the thing, though. Wesley. The one that I got, this was in the Discord, and this was sent by Brady LaBeouf and sent to everyone for the DSR Electric Truck Series. It shows who was locked in for the chase.
Oh, wow. Where is this?
So 100. So 100 Parsons. I'll send it to you here in a second. But it's 100 Parsons, Cole Larson, Jonathan Cofield, Adam Newton, Luke Smith, Lucas Lyons, Kerry Tribune, and Jeffrey Johnson Jr. They are green. They are locked in. Dean, I also sent you this as well. They are locked in, so it doesn't matter what happens tonight at Texas. They're going to Daytona. They're going to be in the chase. Taylor Peacock, Joey Stires, Tyler Justice, Peyton Hull, Tyler Goodwin, and Matt Cherry. They're 9th through 15th. And then you got LaBeouf, and he's tied with Keith Haney coming into tonight. This was the standings after last week at Nashville Super Speedway. And Shane Scott, as you mentioned, 5 points back. Obviously, he wasn't able to get into the race, and it shows it on that graph. And Scott was 5 points back, wasn't able to make it happen. And Pappas 11 back, as well as Buzzy Mongo 14 back from that cut line as well.
Yeah, there you go. You see it. Oh, shoot, I just sent it to you at the same time. Look at that. So listen, there it is. So there, yeah, there we go. That's a lot better. Yeah, I just sent it. I sent the same thing to Dean at the same time that y'all were posting it. So yeah, there it is. So there's the updated, and we know of the 8 drivers. So Parsons, Larson, Cofield, Newton, Smith, Lyons, Tribune, Johnson. Listen, they got nothing to lose, Jacob. They could just come out here and race. And I think that's what we're seeing do it. That's what Jonathan Cofield's doing.
Yeah, I mean, or Lucas Lyons just lag out. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, he lagged out so much it didn't matter to him. Obviously, wouldn't run good. Talked about that momentum. Try to go into the chase at Daytona next week and everything else, but certainly not what he wanted out of this. And Adam Newton, obviously, he's locked in. He's down a 32nd spot right now. I mean, he's a lap down. He's waiting on the lucky dog to kick him in, but obviously sitting 4th in the standings. So Newton, good shape for him to be in, being locked in. So he had nothing to lose here tonight at Texas as well. But that LaBeouf deal right there at that cut line, that's where it makes it a little bit interesting. And maybe that's why Matt Cherry was racing LaBeouf just a little bit hard right there for those stage points, because mind you, he is 15th. That's your defending series champion, mind you. is sitting right there in that 15th spot in the chase standings. He wants to try to make it in just as much as the boss man does. So you gotta think about yourself a little bit before you can think about everybody else, and that is his, which is why Bat Cherry was racing LaBeouf so hard for that position right there at the end of stage 2.
And remember, Jacob, every lap, every position, every point, every stage, everything you do determines the outcome of whether you are in or out, especially now that there is no tomorrow for a lot of those drivers outside the top 16. And if you're on 12 to 16, I don't think you're safe. You know, you might be on the bubble if you're Brady LaBeouf, but you still do not want to make a mistake, because one wrong slip and it will take you out.
I mean, Keith Haney right there. I mean, Haney, I don't think Haney got any stage points in anything as well, so you're already looking at a deficit right there for Haney.
The panty man, the thong man. You don't get your thongs in a bundle, my friend.
Yeah, he might want them thongs to be in a little bit of a wad right now, because he's got to figure something out pretty quick, and he's got to really hope 24 has a mishap, kind of like what he had at Talladega a couple of weeks ago. Remember, LaBeouf had those issues at Talladega and everything, and was able to get back on the lead lap, and then the computer just kind of crapped out on him, and he had issues. So Haney wants something like that to happen to the 24. Granted, you never want anything bad to happen to the other competitors unless you're in the situation that Haney and Pappas and others is in right now. They want drivers to mess up to help them out and have a shot to make it in. Because let's face it, Wesley, yeah, I mean, everybody wants to race it out. They want to earn it. But at this point, screw it. I mean, they want people to lag out. They want everybody to lag out as much as they can, try to get as many points as they possibly can to help themselves out. So at this point, you're thinking about yourself. And you ain't worried about how you get it. You just want to make sure that you can get it.
As it stands right now, top 10 as we, ladies and gentlemen, move into the final 60 laps of the regular season in season number 7 for the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. It is Cofield, Parsons, Cherry, Trabue, LaBeouf, your top 5 as we are closing it in to the end of this one here tonight at Virtual Vegas.
You're listening to the CRN Community Radio Network. We now pause for station identification. This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Not Virtual Vegas, Virtual Texas. No holds barred, no limits here in virtual Dallas Fort Worth. Welcome back. Oh, this is a good one. There's your last pit stop info. Cofield, 4 tires. Everybody pretty much on 4 tires. And everybody, Jacob, in the top 12 spots in unison for positions and ready to take this thing to the finish. Oh, and by the way, with 56 laps to go, you probably will see, unless a caution comes out, green flag pit stops within the next, 25 laps.
And that is really going to be the game changer out of this, Wesley. I mean, these guys, obviously, they've got lucky here tonight with, being able to make pit stops under caution. They have been very lucky to be able to pull that off. Now, like you said, if we run it all the way right here in stage 3, yes, we're going to have to see some green flag pit stops. And we've seen what green flag pit stops can produce. Speeding penalties. Guys trying to make it down on the pit road, and they just blow it, and they hit the cone, or they miss it completely, driving through the grass, and they lose positions. That can cost you a win. That can cost you to get into the chase for Season 7 for the DSR Electric Truck Series, because it's a whole different ball game now. It ain't got a damn thing to do with wins. It's got to do with points. And we saw the standings a second ago, just how tight they are with trying to be able to get into this bad boy, to be able to race for a championship this season. So, yeah, green flag pit stops here, Premier. And let's just be honest. Well, never mind. Screw it. We got a caution.
Throw it out the window. Throw that out the window. Throw it out the window. Raw Meza, the all-time starter in NASRA, goes around in 37. Puts out another Serve Pro caution. Oh. Another Serve Pro yellow flag. Raw Meza, are you by yourself? All by myself. Oh no! It was a truck in front of him. Joey Stiers, actually, guys. The 23. My apologies, Raw Meza. Not Joey Stiers that went around. There you go. Blame it on hashtag fake news.
See, who got him? That's the question. Who gets the 23 and sends him around? We'll see it. Pulsepop presents the replay. We'll tell the tale. Coy Miller, Cody Knott right there. Coy just couldn't come up because Cody Knott was already coming around the outside lane, and boop, gets him right there in the right rear, sends him sideways, and brings out a caution. And I mean, it was enough of a caution, you know, for them to throw it. I mean, there was an incident on the racetrack. Stiers was sideways, and it's going to bring in a crap load of drivers, damn near the entire field coming down pit road, Wesley.
By the way, you know I'm a stat guy, Jacob. Jacob, you know I'm a stat guy. Did you know that tonight is Raw Meza's 576th race? Also, did you know that tonight is Adam Newton's 575th race? They are one away from bypassing one another for all-time starts.
Better racing out between each other off of that. That's interesting. And real quick, mind you, I will say this, and I'm not.
We got beef again. We got beef again.
Well, I don't want to tick anybody off out of this, but I know Cole Larson. I know his win is coming. His win is coming. But how many stars did you say Raw Meza had? 576. Is that what you said?
Raw Meza tonight 576. Adam Newton 575. Yeah. Yes, you're right. Yep.
Yeah. And Meza ain't won a race yet, has he?
No. Adam Newton's a 27-time winner.
Yeah, so Adam Newton's won 27 times. Meza hasn't won nothing. So, Cole, chill. It will happen. There's guys that's raced 570-something times and they ain't got to win. It's coming. I'm just saying. It is coming. I feel for the kid. I really do. He's come close so many times. But Meza's come a hell of a lot closer way more times. At least that's just me, though.
One to go. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the bio. All right, Cofield. Not son Cofield, Daddy Cofield up in front. What are you eating, Dean? You always eating while we're on the air. It's not fair. Vegemite sandwich? Kangaroo meat? Lamb roll. So define lamb roll for us Americans, for you being an Aussie. Is it lamb meat with like a roll stuffed in, like a pepperoni roll?
Lamb meat on a like on a roll, like bread roll, with tomato, cheese, avocado. Yeah.
It's a damn lamb sandwich. Don't call it a lamb roll. It's a lamb sandwich. You call it a roll. It's a sandwich.
Well, it's shaped
like
a
lamb sandwich.
It's like in a hot dog, like bun roll kind of thing. All right.
That's a lamb dog. That's a lamb dog.
Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, lamb dog. There you go. we love you, Dean. It's a lamb dog, Jacob. By the way, I just want to say this as well. While it is 11 minutes after 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday night, August the 10th, it is technically 12:11 p.m. Tuesday, August 11th, where our producer Dean is. And by the way, can I say happy birthday to my brother, my little brother Joshua Outland, who lives in Australia. I love you. Today is his birthday. 3 wide.
Rewind up here at the front. Already batted out back there in the back. Parsons trying to get on up here as well. And now check this out. The Cofields, they are 1-2. Mark Cofield leading it. Jonathan Cofield second. but 20-lap difference on the tires. Mark Cofield pitted on 77, Jonathan pitted on 98. And he's going to slide right on by, let his son go. And now Mark Cofield, Danny may be trying to play a little bit of defense, but he's going to be 3 wide with Cherry and Parsons right on the outside and inside. They're going to split him. Here comes the bomb. Caution is out.
Yellow flag, Cody. Wow. Cody not around. Career start 5:31 tonight for him, by the way. He's third on the all-time list of starts with no wins. And Cody not spinning. He is also the creator of Pulse Poppers and BrimBugs.com. Jacob, you want to order some Brim Bugs? I get a commission. If I talk to Cody, I'll get a commission. I don't know. Maybe you'll have to see. Is it?
Oh, Meza, wow, gets into J.D. Larson. Knight tries to get out of the gas, and NASRA's area code at 971. Nate Maurer lost his hood, come back, glitched out into it. Then Van Ryder ends up getting Knight and ends up sending him into the spin cycle. All of it happened. Meza gets into J.D. Larson. Watch it again. Outside lane kind of fires off right here. Meza just gets out of the gas. No, he gets tagged. He gets tagged by Jeremiah Holt. Pappas was coming down across the nose of Meza. Meza gets out of the gas. Holt gets Meza. Meza comes up, gets Larson. Not tried to get out of the gas. Maurer gets him. What a damn domino effect that was. I mean, literally, everybody just bumper banging like they're at Martinsville. And or bumper cars at your local fair, if you want to call it that. Just everybody just kind of bounced around all over the place. Mind you, we need to get with Cody Knott on this. No joke. If you're getting a commission on the Brim Bugs, I'm the redneck. I fish. I need to get a commission off of that too, man. I want to hook myself up.
I don't get no commission. Stuff. I'm just trying to act like I do. I'm just promoting the business stuff.
Well, okay. Well, that would
happen though, right? I mean, what's it can happen.
Yeah.
Brim Bugs could go national, man.
I can use the stuff. Why not?
Telling you, me and Cody need to talk. Yeah. BrimBugs.com.
Watch it again, Cody Knott right here. You see the contact with Holt and Meza. Sends him up the hill. And then there's Buzzy. Buzzy might have come down a little bit. Might have threw Cody off a little bit. Got out of the gas. And Maurer was just literally eating up his tailgate. And he was probably going to hit him regardless. But it didn't help that Cody probably got out of the gas and ended up having it as well. So, I don't think it's going to be on Maurer. It's not going to be on Buzzy. Certainly not going to be on Cody Knott. I would think that would be on Raul Meza. Possibly, but maybe Jeremiah Holt because he was the one that kind of initiated all of it. Not sure what TJ Moore's ruling is because we can't hear him anymore.
Right,
but we can't do that anymore.
Can't hear me control them where everybody got butt hurt. Didn't like it. Yeah,
we
couldn't be cray. Give me a break. This race brought to you by BrimBugs.com. Family-owned, operated, hand-selected, fish-tested. Find the right fly faster. Shop-proven panfish, bass, trout, and crappie patterns from trusted makers and small batch fly tiers. Get your best offers, new arrivals, and more. The featured one is the glow-in-the-dark popper. Glow-in-the-dark poppers are designed for early morning, late evening, and after dark fly fishing for brim and bass when nobody around you is talking. Find more details at BrimBugs.com. Was that like a perfect promo right there? That was like a voiceover commercial. We're not even doing a commercial.
Yeah, and obviously when you use these, make sure that you take your favorite alcoholic beverage when you go fishing because you got to drink when you fish. It's the best stuff. Literally, it's the best stuff. It literally is. You're sitting out on the lake, you ain't got nothing to worry about, nothing bothering you. It's very quiet. You're on the boat or you're right there on the creek bank and everything. You can't beat that right there. You got nothing, a care in the world, at least until you're out there in the middle of nowhere and a bear comes up and scares the hell out of you. That is the only problem that you will have if you run into that. But if not, get you a cold one.
Man, you be drinking, you get drunk, and you get drunk, and you start hearing things, you get paranoid, be out in the middle of nowhere. Matter of fact, unless you get down in northern Georgia, that's where Deliverance was filmed. Remember that, Jacob? Remember that, right? Man, every time I get out of DFC country, I hear them damn dueling banjos. Let's Let's go back to green. Under 50 to go here in Texas.
Oh, Lord. Wow, they set it up.
Oh.
Goodwin in the mix is that as well.
Oh,
Goodwin, one of those drivers. Van Rada in the mix with JD Larson. Maurer Dittmer locking it up. He gets involved in it as well. That's your meeting parking lot party right there in turn 3.
Like Cody not got a piece of it. Oh, baby. Tyler Goodwin coming off of his first ever podium with the little Nicky Brazier hood. Watch this again. Up ahead. You're missing it. Up ahead, Dean. There you go. Come on. Put the lamb roll down. Was it?
Look like drove.
Hey guys, look at how lucky Keith Haney is there, Jacob. Glancing blow off the wall for the purple 87.
Yeah, I mean, Keith Haney, you see it right there. There's Holt comes up, gets Goodwin. Haney right there in the middle of that as well. And Phil Pappas right there in that mix as well. Remember, he's in that area of trying to make it into the chase as well. Oh, damn, Pappas barely missed that right there on the right rear. Haney may get a little bit of damage out of that, but Van Rada, JD Larson, hard impact. Morales tries to go around. Yet others locking it up.
Kermit the Frog here. I'll go up the middle. What's this?
Watch Van Rada right here. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
While you're turning one of 6 wives.
Every which way balloons. We have favorite song night.
Oh, this is going to suck. Yeah, how'd you get it? How'd you watch this? Boom.
I'll go on board with the 34 Tyler Dittmer. Let's see what that looked like. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy. Every which way balloons. Here we go.
Yeah. He got run over. Dittmer gets run over and gets set down to the inside right there. I will about bet you right now, I have been teammates with Tyler Dittmer for numerous seasons. I guarantee you right now, he is hot right now. He is mad about that right there. Dittmer is one of the drivers. I love him to death. I do. Everybody loves him to death in the league. But Dittmer is one of those guys right there, no joke. He can get a little bit fiery. He can get just a little bit ticked off about something like that right there. And rightfully so, back there, way back there in the back, just trying to miss the wreck. He gets run over. It game over, and he already goes into the inside retaining wall, and now he's got repairs to make. What's that?
I'm getting hungry listening to Dean Chew. I'm just getting hungry listening to Dean Chew.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but you got to think. Well, what, Dean? But you got to think. I mean, maybe they didn't have as much time to run Texas like Cofield has had this week. You know,
exactly.
Yeah. Lives, you know, I'm not saying he doesn't have a life. I'm just saying.
While you're done in me. Yep. There you go. Brimbugs.com today.
Yeah, I mean, I get your point there, Dean. Yeah, I mean, you want to have fun with it and everything else, but if you have the same issues week in and week out and week in and week out, it does take the fun out of it just a little bit, especially when it's out of your control. You know what I mean? I mean, you run into that issue, and then there you go. So I can see that.
First you say it, then you do it. That's all I got to say, you know? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I love y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, closing into the final 40 laps of this one. 41 to go when they come back to green. Pace truck is onto the pit lane. Here comes the virtual thundering herd back to green. No Limits, Texas.
Jonathan Cofield once again going to fire off big time right here on the outside lane. 41 laps to go. couple of them pitted right there. You got a whole list of them. Matt Cherry, Brady LaBeouf, they all pitted at 107. You had Meza, he was at 103. Luke Smith, Brandon Wallace, 104, 103, and then pretty much Corey Miller and everybody in the top 9 pitted on lap 98. So you got a bunch of them back there. They pitted on 107, so that makes it a little bit interesting as well. Brady LaBeouf actually leading that 107 charge, the drivers that pitted. 40 to go. Cofield leading Parsons, Peacock, Tribune, and Brian Chew. Holiday up here trying to get himself up here in the top 5.
Oh, the rumble of those trucks. Down the back straightaway, Cofield in the lead. He was the strong man. He has led both stages 1 and 2, trying to sweep the night here in Texas. And Jacob, does it feel like maybe he's got a little bit of advantage racing here multiple times this week? He admitted that.
Well, I mean, you get an advantage out of that. You always want a little bit of an advantage. You take every advantage that you possibly can. That's like it was like my high school basketball coach told me, take advantage of the opportunities that are given to you. Well, he had the opportunity, he took advantage of it, and that's what you're seeing up here at the front. The only problem is he's sitting second right now. Parsons was able to get around him, and that's a man right now that is riding that momentum that we were talking about. If Parsons up here now, he's in front of him. Cofield's got to try to find something. Either that, or Parsons has just been laying around, just screwing around, waiting for the right time to make it happen. He has made it happen. Peacock's trying to go around him, and check out who's behind them. Cole Larson, make me eat Crononite, son. He's trying to get him one.
He says, here, kitty, kitty, here we come.
Hitting.
Brimbugs.com, 225, nears the home stretch, and right now, it is Parsons now the new leader. Peacock, Cofield. Jacob, I've said it several times, and I will say it again. Welcome back, Hunter Parsons. This is a driver that was very controversial. Might have ruffled some feathers, a lot of feathers away maybe, in his style of driving. And he took a step back, and since he's come back, he has, listen, I think he's earned my respect. I will tell you that much. I know I'm just a broadcaster, but Jacob, I will say that, he came back, and I think he was a man on a mission. I think he wanted to fit in, and I think he wanted to prove, hey, there might be some people that don't like me, but I think I've changed as a virtual driver racer for NASRA, and I think we've seen that maturity in just this season for the 91 out of state field.
Yeah, you got to give, Hunter Parsons a lot of credit, for what he has done this season. And, he took a break. He did take a break, obviously. He needed that break. People need that sometimes, listen. Sometimes you need to take a break because it is a grind. It is a hell of a grind. Each and every week to come in here and to sit down and race. You're missing time with your family, missing time with your loved ones, or just missing time, with other stuff that you could be doing. But credit, it's the love for the racing. It's the love for doing this broadcast. It's the love for all that stuff. And Parsons took a little while, took a break, tried to kick it to the side and tried to make something happen, give himself a break, and he comes back and puts on what hell of a season that he's doing right now. Now he's got a little bit of a fight. Now he's got something to worry about because Cole Larson, Dean, you said it a second ago, behind the curtain here, where the hell did he come from? Out of nowhere, up 24 spots from where he started this race. If I'm not mistaken, he's the biggest mover in the field right now. Nobody is close. Well, actually, Hubbard, up 27. But Larson up 24, down 23 he's able to get by him. So second most on the biggest movers board. Parsons, yeah, he's had a great season. Great comeback story. Cole Larson wants this win, damn it, and he wants it bad right here with 31 to go.
Sure does. Flying by to this one here, by the way, is now here comes Parsons. And look at Larson's. And remember, these guys are going to probably have to come down to the pit lane because they pitted at lap 98. Man, I just don't see them not being able. They're going to have to pit again. I'm telling you. The only person that I think might be able to go the distance is Brady LaBeouf. Luke Smith pitted at lap 104. He might be on fumes. Hubbard, Newton, Wallace, Matt Cherry. Those are the guys that I think could possibly be able to roll the dice and stick it out there. But even with that said, Jacob, they're going to be on fumes if we end up going to overtime with 30 laps to go now here in Texas.
I don't know, Wes. I mean, I think everybody's screwed. Honestly, I think everybody's going to have to at least make a pit stop. And we talked about it, as far as the fuel goes and everything. Love for showing. He actually went down for just fuel only for his stop, but that's still 43 laps. That's still a long time. And remember, 80% on the fuel as well. Now, LaBeouf is carving it up. He's rolling. He's sitting 7th right now, fixing to go to 6th as he's working his way around Jonathan Cofield. Ironically, he stage 1, stage 2 winner and led the most laps in this race. But LaBeouf, he is rolling. But at the same time, you see where he's at. You see how his gas gauge is. I still think everybody's going to have to at least make one more pit stop. I could be wrong, but if LaBeouf does save a little bit, he's got a little bit in the tank. He may be able to make it, but it's going to be very close.
.27 to go. Larson in the lead. Larson around Parsons now. Peacock watching on top 5. Jacob Reeves all pitted last time on lap 98. Brady LaBeouf is in 6th. I don't think he's trying to force the issue because he knows these guys are going to have to pit. I wouldn't try to. I wouldn't try to force it. Would you?
I don't think I would. I mean, in all honesty, you see right there, he pitted on, he pitted with fuel. Luke Smith, he pitted for gas as well. Maybe saving a set for later on as well. So, but he is rolling up through. He is sitting in 6th. I don't know if I'd push it as much. I would probably try to save a little bit of gas. You see it right there. There's your estimated tank laps at 41. Fuel limits at 80. So, and like I said, he's going to have to go 43 laps on that tank of fuel after he topped it off at 107, I believe, is when he pitted. Yes, 107, you go all the way to 150. You do the math, that's 43 laps. And 41's estimated. I just don't think he needs to push it as much. But, if anybody could do it, it could be the boss man, Brady LaBeouf. He has got a lot of experience racing here at the DSR Electric Truck Series. He is a past champion as well. He's in a good spot as far as gas and all that stuff goes. I still think he may be pushing it just a little bit too much right here, though.
Larson, understanding he didn't take tires as well as what Dean's telling us in the background. Finally could understand him. He got done eating his lamb roll. To the inside. Here comes now Brady LaBeouf on the bottom. And Brady's ready to pull the trigger. He's now climbing up 2 spots now, up to 4th. Got around Lothian, got around Kerry Chabu. By the way, Blake Lothian ran in Indianapolis in the NASCAR O'Reilly Series a couple of weeks ago at 16th in Georgetown. What an experience that had to be running at the world's greatest race course there at the racing capital of the world, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Jacob.
Yeah, that's a big deal right there out of that to make that happen as well. And you see him working his way up through 13 spots. That being Blake Lothian trying to work his way up here into this mix, up into the 7th spot. Luke Smith right there in front of him up 16 spots. Cofield still trying to claw in the middle of that. Remember stage 1, stage 2, but still trying to mix it up. But Larson and Parsons. This could be some serious stuff that we could see in the chase right here. Cole Larson not wanting to give it up, still racing with Hunter Parsons. And mind you, this is the top 2 guys in the points coming into tonight. And yeah, but you want to leave with the regular season point championship, so to speak. When you leave here in Texas and go to Daytona next week, it helps you out as well as far as bonus points goes and all that good stuff. But Parsons and Larson mixing it up right there, trying to go for this lead and possibly the win. But I don't think Larson's worried about that too much, Wesley. I still think he's more worried about just wanting to try to get a win and get that monkey off his back.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, here they come, full speed off turn 4. Costin is out! 20 to go! Yellow flag! And Phil Pappas has crashed! Somebody just jinxed Phil Pappas in the chat box! Jason Cootsillas, this is your damn fault! Pappas going to crash. Watch this. Yeah, I'm cheering you on. And then we crash. There you go. Woohoo. Oh, yeah, there it is. Look, yep, there. Oh, dang. Mark Cofield slammed the rear of his tailgate's what it is, but I said something else dirty. I didn't. Thank goodness. 88 got sideways, but Mark Cofield slammed the back into his truck, though. You know what it looked like, Jacob? It looked like the 88 was slowing down to come down pit road. Mark Cofield wasn't paying attention. He slammed it back into his truck. That's exactly what it looks like. Watch this. Look at this. Pappas gets on the binders. And look at
Yeah, Pappas is coming to pit right there. Yeah. And Cofield just didn't understand the assignment, I don't reckon. Just cleans out Phil Pappas, sends him around.
Oh, clean my virtual clock.
That will make this very interesting because now everybody's going to come into the pits with the exception of Buzzy Mongold, who's going to stay out on the racetrack. Buzzy's going to throw a wrench into this bad boy. Yeah, what is he thinking?
Hey, by the way, we are the 20 to go mark, everybody. Let's go side by side and thank Premier. You know what? Let's just go to commercial break and thank Premier Racing Setups. Let's just do that. There we go. Yeah, there you go. Just, we'll go to a break, and we're going to go full screen for Premier. We're back in a moment.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest-running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Starbase, 1552 Comics. Suit up and head over to Whatnot Live to fight your way to save your collection. Our command center has comic books, action figures, posters, autographs, Funko Pops, and many other collectibles. If you can't make it live, fly on over to our eBay and Amazon stores. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook because being informed is part of the battle. Starbase 1552 Comics is a proud supporter of the iRacing's North American Sim Racing Association League. Starbase 1552 Comics. Reclaim your childhood.
Welcome back. Oh, seventh caution of the race. Look at drivers fuel only. Look at this. Drivers taking fuel only. Oh, let me tell you something. Tires are what win races. If we can't figure out a way to keep you from blowing the damn tires, we ain't never going to win a race. Great quote from Days of Thunder, Harry Hogg, Nicole Trickle. And I can't believe that a lot of these guys did not take tires. Jacob, are tires not important in Texas with under 20 to go? What do you think?
Yeah, they are very important. maybe they ran out of tires, Wesley. Maybe, but I don't know. I mean, the five sets of tires, I don't understand what the deal is on this. I mean, you got 5 sets of tires, you got plenty of tires to be able to try to make it happen right here in 150 laps. I don't know. We'll see what happens, though.
Back to green. 17 to go here. No Limits Texas in the Brent Bugs 225. The final race before the playoffs chase. And we're 3-1. Oh, Mongo racing him all the way up into the marbles. Larson with a big block from the 12 of Von Gold, and it opens up the lead to Parsons. No, it doesn't. Peacock up storming on the bottom. He'll take Luke Smith with him in 3.
Yeah, Luke Smith, Taylor Peacock, 1-2, flip-flop them rather. They did take tires, and they're going to gas up and try to get them on out of here. Hate to see that for Cole Larson, once again getting snake bit right there at the front. He's trying to run the high side tickler line. You saw him there for a second trying to make it happen, but Brady LaBeouf riding right there on the P3 spot, trying to get him a win as well. Look at him fan out all the way down the backstretch. LaBeouf going to try to outgo for second.
Oh my goodness. Look at Brady LaBeouf. He knows it's go time. He's on the bubble for the playoffs, for the chase. Season 2 champion, full steam ahead. Brady LaBeouf battles Kermit as they dive into 1.
Down to the inside, he will make it happen. And stage 1, stage 2 winner, Jonathan Cofield right there behind him as well, trying to ride him some momentum and try to make it happen as well. LaBeouf, he'll go to second. Peacock still with the lead. Luke Smith, Kermit the Frog sitting third, maybe not anymore. Here comes Cofield. Son Cofield, mind you, goes to P3, but Luke Smith still got to fight hard on the outside lane. Right in behind him, Carriage Buick. Cole Larson, good bounce back for the 20, trying to get back up in here in the mix.
And by the way, remember how strong Jonathan Cofield has been all night since the drop of the green. That's a little sideways on the back end of the truck as Smith watches on his tailgate. Here comes also another diving move. Kerry Tribune into the top 5. Top 2 single file. It's Peacock LaBeouf. 14, 13 to go at Texas. They're heading back to 1, Jacob.
Yeah, Texas two-step style right here with 13 laps to go as Peacock still up here with the lead. LaBeouf gonna send it into 1. Cofield gonna ride high side tickler line off of turn 2, maybe try to make it happen. May not work. Luke Smith down to the inside. LaBeouf, they're gonna pull a little IndyCar snake draft going down the backstretch. LaBeouf trying to stay in the trap. The Peacock and Luke Smith side by side with Jonathan Cofield off turn 4.
It feels like the C4 has been lit since that last restart inside the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone. They know it's go time. A dozen laps remain here in the Brent Bugs 225. Brady LaBeouf on the inside of Peacock. Door shut. One's into the wall. Cofield slams the safer barrier on the back straightaway. He's now holding up the back in 3.
He knocked the hell out of the wall right there coming off of turn 2. It will hold him up. It'll hold up Luke Smith, Craig Bontrager, Cole Larson, and Kerry Tribune and others back here behind him, but not as bad as I thought it would have been. I mean, he nailed that outside retaining wall, but they are still within striking distance as LaBeouf right in behind Taylor Peacock, right on his tailgate with 11 coming back this time, 10 laps to go. LaBeouf in a good spot right here. We talked about those chase standings. LaBeouf in a good spot. I don't know if I'd push it too much right here, Wesley.
Oh, and Jacob, you know something else that Jonathan Cofield is facing? He's facing 3 of the teammates alongside Brady LaBeouf, Kerry Tribune, Luke Smith. They are the teammates of the group of NASRA Racing Esports, formerly known as Mission 1, and he's under attack by them as they work into turn 3.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, as they work their way in there. Check out the Bulldog, Adam Newton. Where did he come from? Literally, I mean, we didn't talk about Adam all night long. Started 34th in the race, up 27 spots, the hard charger in the field. Look at his graph. I mean, he went up, then he went through the damn floor, through the cellar, literally got him all the moonshine he could load up in the truck, and then said, screw it, I'm going to the front. That's where he is up here in the top 10. could bounce back out of the 19 Adam Newton.
And make it 9, make it 8 laps to go now as here comes the virtual thundering herd working their way again, coming back out of turn number 4 across the stripe at full song. Battling back in the corner number 1, it is Peacock. Can he hold on? There's a 3-truck battle. Cofield down on the bottom of the muff in 2.
Yeah, Cofield trying to get to the inside. LaBeouf had to give him a little bit of room right there as they worked around for 2 going into 3. Jonathan Cofield trying to mix it up. Luke Smith right there with LaBeouf as well. Taylor Peacock still leads it with 7 to go as they worked around for turn number 4.
Working back across the stripe, thundering across the line. Peacock in the lead. It is Peacock in that top spot. Brady LaBeouf now right there in striking distance. They are 1 and 2. Now Cofield to the bottom. Smith up high. Look out. Here comes also Bontrager in the mix also as they work into 3.
Craig Bontrager in the 49 Toyota trying to mix it on up a little bit. Trying to make something happen down to the inside. A Kerry Tribune in the 7. Bontrager up into this mix, up inside the top 10 and trying to get a little bit more, maybe the top 5. He's got to get around the Bulldog Adam Newton to make it happen. All this going on behind Taylor Peacock. Brady LaBeouf up here at the front. They're still trying to mix it up. Here we go, Bontrager, Kerry Tribune. They almost door bang and make contact. And Blake Lothian up here to this mix, battle with Cole Larson.
There's a bad moon on the rise here in No Limits, Texas. They work off of turn number 4. It is a scramble, baby. 5 laps to go. 4 fingers and a thumb from Barney from the flag stand. It's Peacock holding off the cavalry behind him, and they're coming hard into turn 1.
Yeah, Hunter Parsons, big drop out of the 91. Not sure what happened to Hunter. I tell you what happened to him. He didn't take tires. That's exactly what happened to Hunter Parsons. He did not take tires. Neither did Tyler Dittmer. They did not take tires. All they took was gas on their pit stop. And that is what is showing everybody up. Comes LaBeouf trying to mix it up. Maybe not. He'll fall back in line, but Wesley all the way down to Chris Blanchard, the top 20. When they all pitted, they took 4 tires. That is what that's what the deal is. You got to have those tires. Look at everybody, top 12.
Holding on to it right now. They dive into 3. Peacock holding off about 2 tenths now on the 2nd and 3rd trucks of LaBeouf and Cofield. Cofield just got around Luke Smith. He's up on the high side. Here they come to the line. 3 laps to go. Time running out. Is anybody going to go down and grab the green machine in turn 1?
They're going to have to figure it out pretty quick, and Taylor Peacock pumping off some pretty good laps. Mind you, they are already a second slower than their fastest lap of the race. 31 3s, 2s, and 1s. They're popping out there compared to the 30.3s that they were running for fast times. Now up front, Peacock, LaBeouf, they're trying to get up on out of here. They're trying to get away from everybody else. Lap truck on the bottom. No way, no Jose. 2 to go when they hit the line.
Could it be Brady LaBeouf and Taylor Peacock? Now the interval is reaching into about 1/10 of a second. Getting into the crosshairs of the 81 Chevrolet. Taylor Peacock, best thing he's ever done is won the regular season points championship. That was 3 years ago. He's never won the championship, but he's trying to make it a victory in the final race before the chase. This time by Brent Bucks, 225 reaches the final lap. White flag presented by Darren Steepell and Shine. Peacock, LaBeouf, Smith in the mix, top 3 for the win. They're in turn 1 for the final time.
Yeah, front 3 have pretty much got up on out of here. Wesley Outland and Peacock is trying to drive away and take it all the way to the house. They're fanning out 2, 3 wide back there behind them. Taylor Peacock up 5 spots from where he started. He sends it down into turn number 3 for the final time.
Peacock on the high side now. He throws the block. LaBeouf could not get around him. He's holding off Smith. Matt Cherry, the defending champion, spins across the finish line. And the Brembach 225 is going to go to Taylor Peacock. Checkered flag in the win. Taylor Peacock from Fowler, Indiana, is back in victory lane in the world of NASRA. Career win number 24 and start 408. Brady LaBeouf with a runner-up finish, I believe, has clinched his ticket in to the chase to race for the championship. And Luke Smith with a solid podium. He's in third for Kermit.
Wow, what a drive, and what a drive by Taylor Peacock to slide up here, get the win. LaBeouf second, Smith third. What a drive by all of them. And you got to hate it for Colt Larson right there at the end of it. I mean, I know I talked a little bit of crap about it a while ago, but he had a shot, and Buzzy Mongo just right there, just hiding up, got him up out of the groove, and it was game over for him. You hate to see that for him, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, for Taylor Peacock, this will be his second win of the season. He's not found victory lane since June 8th when he won at Dover Motor Speedway. There's a look at the statistics at the end of the Brimbugs.com 225. Coming up, your Florida Cabinet Distributors Winner Circle victory lane. 4 green flag lead changes among 7 drivers. 7 cautions for 21 laps. And Adam Newton up 30 spots for a top 5 finish. Jonathan Cofield winning stage 1 and 2 from the pole. Cole Larson, fastest man on the racetrack, even after bouncing off the wall. And Jonathan Cofield, he led 105 of 150 laps. Here is your overall unofficial finishing order. Taylor Peacock back in victory lane, as I said, his second win of the year. Brady LaBeouf on the bubble to make the chase in 16th. I think you have punched your ticket, boss. Luke Smith third, Adam Newton fourth, Kerry Tribune the top 5, Jonathan Cofield, Blake Lothian, Cole Larson, Joey Stiers, and Brian Chu at Texas. Jacob, your top 10.
That Cherry spinning going across the line. He will get 12th. Raul Meza will get 12th. Actually, Matt Cherry 11th. Raul Meza will get 12th. Craig Bontrager 13th, with Justin Lumpkin getting 14th. Coy Miller 15th. Brandon Wallace 16th. Cody Knott had his issues tonight. He still gets 17th, with Jason Morales 18th. Jeffrey Johnson, he's locked in. Ain't got nothing to worry about. He'll finish 19th, and Chris Blanchard gets 20th.
21st, Tyler Didmer. Phil Pappas 22nd. Hunter Parsons 23rd. Tyler Goodwin and Peyton Hubbard the top 25. Larson, Mongold, Trotter, Cofield, Van Rattle, all on the lead lap of the top 30.
31st, obviously, Jeremiah Holt had his issues tonight. Nate Maurer, 971 NASRA's area code. Ain't nobody calling that one here tonight. He gets 32nd, but Keith Haney getting 33rd. Steve Barnett, 34th. Andrew Harris, 35th. Tyler Justice, 36th. Lucas Lyons had his internet issues get the best of him. He'll get 36th, or 37th, rather. Chris Ellis, Carson Woodward, Stephen Gregory, the top 40. And
Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Thank you, TJ Moore. And let's, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and bring in our gentleman here, and I'll work with Jacob before we get off the air for post-race interviews. Still got time before my next broadcast on the Northwest. Let's bring in the winner, and it is Taylor Peacock's second win of the year. Counting overall statistics, career start number 408 and his 24th career win. And Taylor, what a run, man. Playing in the back, staying in the back, knowing when the right time to bring the 81 to the front. You're taking win in this one here.
Whew, I am wore out. I know that. I had a blast tonight. It was a fun race, hard racing all the way, both stages. Was able to fight and get some stage points. It was hard racing, good, clean racing. It feels good to be back in victory lane. It feels like it's been forever. It's not easy to get win these races in NASRA. There's a lot of good guys that if you put them in the right position, they're going to get wins. It's hard to beat them. I was just trying to aero block Brady the best I could. He might have been a little faster than me, but I was making sure I was keeping the truck in front of him so he couldn't get any runs on me. But great night. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and Taylor, obviously, I mean, you're going to be at a good spot. Obviously, you'll be chase racing, so welcome to the chase. I'll go ahead and throw that out there. I mean, we saw the grid where you was sitting at. You was the first out of everybody that wasn't locked in, as we see it right there. So we'll go ahead and throw that out there as well. But I mean, is this kind of a good sign? Obviously, I'm sure it would be to get the win right before we're going into the chase. That way you can build some momentum, especially going to Daytona, which you're going to need all the momentum that you can get.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to take the momentum and try to keep it rolling. Got some good tracks coming up in the playoffs for me, so just need to make sure I finish the races. I know I started this season, kept getting caught up in some wrecks, so I just need to keep it clean and get some good finishes. Yeah, I'd like to thank my teammates. Me and Hunter, me and him been putting some laps in, so I got to thank Hunter. He's given me most of his tips and secrets, and it's paid off on the mile and a halves, because mile and a halves are I just not my style of racing, but it's fun. And thank the rest of my teammates. Thank you guys in the broadcast booth. I can't wait to go back and watch. Brady for always dealing with the BS and always putting this on each and every week. I don't know. I love racing every Monday night. I'll be ready to go again next week.
So, Taylor, I got to ask you this question, and I know you've already thanked your sponsors, so you're already way ahead of the game, but I do got to ask you this question. Last time you had any kind of success besides winning was the regular season points championship. I want to say it was in season 4 for the NASRA DSR Truck Series. Getting into the playoffs, things kind of spiraled out of control and you weren't able to get the title. With this new format for the chase, do you feel like you've got a chance now to, fire your gun since we're at Texas and be ready to make a run for the title? With the chase format, not the playoffs, elimination.
I definitely do. I was glad to hear NASCAR was changing the rule, because I knew Brady wouldn't be far behind. And I think that can benefit me, especially with the tracks we're going to in the playoffs. But like I said, you gotta keep it clean, though. That's the number one thing. And but no, I like my chances. I just gotta keep putting in the time and turn the laps and stay clean, like I said.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Taylor Peacock's second win of the season. By the way, career win number 24 for the driver out of Fowler, Indiana. And, of course, for this man, obviously doing take notice, could be a guy to make a run for the championship. 408 starts, 24 wins, 89 top 5s, and 188 top 10s in Florida Cabinet Distributors Winner's Circle Victory Lane. That's the winner. Let's grab the runner-up, the boss of NASRA, along with Cody Knott in the Brimbugs 225. Brady LaBeouf on the bubble coming into the chase, the Season 2 champion. I think, sir, you have punched your ticket in to the postseason and so close to getting a win. Congratulations. Nothing wrong with silver.
Yeah, it just sucks, though. I mean, by the way, my name's Brady LaBeouf. I haven't really talked to y'all all season. I think this is my first podium all season long. So it's nice to meet you and Jacob and Dean.
Yeah, good to meet you.
We better know you. You signed our checks for how many years?
Man, it's been a while. But no, it was a great race. I did what I had to do. I mean, the whole race kind of worked out. I mean, Cofield was definitely the truck to beat tonight. Hunter was up there. Lucas was up there in the beginning, but he had connection issues. And then Hunter, Hunter's dyslexic, so you got to excuse him. He thought he was taking 4 tires. I don't even think he took fuel. That's how bad of a pit stop he had. So yeah, no, I mean, Taylor and I were probably 3rd, 4th place trucks. Luke came on at the end right there. Matt Cherry, Carey, all my teammates, we ran top 10 the whole entire race. The strategy worked out for us. We was kind of concerned right there, taking topping off with fuel to make it to the end. And then, the caution came out, everybody got fresh tires. So it kind of really wasn't a big strategy race to where you had to make decisions on, some nights where we're like, do we pit here? Do we not pit here? So it kind of brought back to the old races we did with the 2 stage breaks as cautions and then a typical 150 lap race. So I don't even think we really needed the extra set of tires tonight. We could have done it on 4 instead of 5, but no, it was just a good race. I got my stage points. I was kind of, point counting there mid-race, figuring out where Haney was, Tyler. We lapped Steve Barnett, of all places. I knew he would probably choke tonight. So, I mean, no, it just turned out to be a great race for me and my teammates. So glad we can bring home second.
Already, the trash talking has already started. The chase ain't even really got started yet. But Brady, I'll ask you this. I mean, Taylor Peacock right there in front of you. I mean, I know you wanted to get the win. Was the point of it when you saw him right there in front of you that you were just trying to manage your expectations and not have to worry. I know you wanted to win, but were you sitting there thinking, let's just take it smart, let's just take it easy and just bring it home? That way we don't have any issues and we can lock ourselves in the chase. Was that the game plan right there in them final laps?
Oh no, I gave Taylor everything that I had right there. I mean, I would have rather have won this race and missed the chase. Like that's how bad I wanted to win here. I've been wanting to win at Texas. I don't have a win here, but I had that. He kept on he was trying to run the bottom. It looked like in 1 and 2, and every time I would kind of go in there kind of shallow to him, his entry, he would close it off, and it would just. I mean, the trucks, the aero tightness, it just messes. Your truck gets real light in the front end, and then I kind of started showing that I was going to go to the high side if he allowed me to, and I knew that he didn't want me to. So I was able to kind of diamond the corner that one time and get a great run coming off of 2, and I just messed it up. I was trying to get to his inside, and I probably should have just kind of stayed behind him, and as soon as he dove to the bottom in 3, just kept it wide open and ran the top, and maybe would have got to his quarter panel and maybe had the run coming off of 3 and 4, and then maybe had a decent run to where we were side by side, and then I could have probably passed them maybe in 1 and 2, but who knows? But no, I wasn't going to lay over. I mean, at that point, I was focused with 5 to go. I was focused on winning the race, and I did everything I could, and I just came up short.
Brady, I got to ask you this question, and please segue this in your commercial spot into your commercials, your sponsors, your sponsors on your truck. Looking at where we are now in our second season, moving into the chase format, what's your take of the drivers like yourselves, the 16 that are going to be fighting for the championship? How fun it's been since changing the format, and obviously just the overall world of where NASRA's at right now, right? Racing 4 nights a week, not racing on Friday anymore, opening it up where people could actually have the weekend to enjoy times with their family, their friends, college football, roll tide, go LSU. I know that's your team. It's around the corner.
Go Tigers. Go Tigers.
But to say that, though, NASRA is really, a lot of people don't realize this, but we're going on the midway of season number 6, and it's full steam ahead. Like, you guys are still constantly coming up with the pulling the agenda to take it to another level constantly, you and Cody.
Yeah, I've got a great group of guys that are dedicated and that help and have the same goals that Cody and I have whenever we first kind of started this deal. And to build it to where it's become today, I mean, it was always the vision that we've had. And like you said, we've kind of come a long ways. We've kind of grew up together as a group. I mean, we started having kids together, as weird as that sounds, and people were getting married, and people like Chris Cinnamon invited like 10 of us, like the OGs, we call it, of NASRA, to his wedding. Even though it was in Cabo and he was probably figured that none of us would show up, we hang out at races. We all meet up and meet each other in person at races. So that was the whole idea behind the league, was more of like a brotherhood, a fraternity, a close-knit group that became friends. Like Stephen Thomas comes to Talladega with me. I give him a spot next to me, and his wife and my wife, are friends, and they talk. Our kids talk. Even though he's got 2 daughters and I got 2 boys, his girls play softball. My boys play baseball, so they throw the baseball out there or softball in the infield of Talladega. So it's become more than just an iRacing league, and that's what it was all about. And I mean, I'm proud of what it's become. The broadcast crew, you guys, Dean, the broadcast crew on Thursdays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And yeah, I mean, you got to make a decision in your life, whenever the weekends come around and people's got travel baseball or football, Friday night lights. So I think, moving from Fridays to Thursdays was the best thing we've ever done. And it's here now. So, and like I said, we're going to continue going as far as we want it to go.
Yeah, and by the way, I want to acknowledge those other people like Anthony Shababy, Nakaya Chitwood, Michael McKinnon, and obviously Cody Deemers, and obviously Bigglestein Hopton on the production side of things lately, and Art Malin as well, who has stepped up and done some production also. Brady, before we let you go, sir, thank you for your time, and we look forward to seeing what you and the other drivers do in the chase next week. Daytona wild card right out of the gate. That's going to be crazy, won't it?
Absolutely. Just shout out to my wife and kids. They put up with me doing this twice a week and updating the league and everything. My teammates at NASRA and extended teammates at Mission One. I appreciate everybody, and thank you guys.
There you go. Brady LaBeouf, ladies and gentlemen. You haven't heard from him in a while, but he had a phenomenal race tonight in striking distance, and he has punched his ticket. Where's my soundboard? Give him a round of applause. Make some noise. He is going to race for the chase. So let's bring in third place man, Kermit the Frog. Luke Smith, by the way, real quickly. Brady LaBeouf, career start number 391. Brady, did you realize you're on the road to 400? Has he already left?
I think he left.
Career start 391. Career start 391 tonight with 22 wins, 129 top fives, and 241 top tens. The overall notes for Brady LaBeouf and Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog, you survived Texas. But, buddy, it was a wild one, though. Let us know how you feel about a podium and your take of getting ready, sir, to wrap up career start 220 and ready for the postseason and the chase next week, sir. Great job.
Oh, thank you. That race was kind of miserable. I qualified terrible. I think it was 22nd, and I got stuck most of the race in the mid-teens because some certain individuals that may or may not have been on in some incidents on the final restart wanted to race the ever-loving crap out of me for 13th place or 14th place. So I decided to just make some strategy calls and, deal with different track position, deal with different drivers, maybe drivers that have a little bit more patience and, all that. But I was able to navigate my way to some good track position. I think I was good to the end on fuel if we didn't get that caution, but it was going to be really tight, like running out in the tri-oval. So that could have ended badly, but, all in all, good night. P3 didn't wreck Brady and knock him out of the playoffs, which is what I absolutely did not want to do.
Luke, I got to be honest with you on this because I already hear it a little bit. I mean, you're going to be obviously in good shape. We talked about the points, and you're sitting in prime position. I mean, you locked yourselves in. You were locked in before the night started. But I mean, you mentioned the landmines, and I got to throw it out there. You know me. You know how my heart is at this. If we got beef. I mean, if we got beef with some of the drivers on how they was racing you and everything else, did we have beef with Luke?
I mean, the same. Yes, every week when somebody every week.
Wow,
when
it's like peer pressure with him, isn't it? Like seriously,
I love it. But like every week, like on even like lap 2. I got the same person running down on my door into every freaking corner, and it's just ridiculous. And I'm not gonna throw the name out there. He should know who he is, but he probably doesn't because he's ignorant.
Hunter Parsons?
No.
Oh, wow. So there's something there. Okay.
Nah, but runs it down on my door and races the crap out of me for like anywhere from 8th to 15th place, and it's just ridiculous. I got to start qualifying better so I get away from that squirrel.
Lucas Lyons?
No.
We're gonna try to figure this out.
Hey, it's not fair. He gets to have beef. Why can't I start beef? Leave me alone, producer. Just talk and eat your lamb sandwich. Luke, going into the chase next week, buddy. What's your thoughts? You got a pretty good solid spot going into the start in Daytona. What's it going to take? What's it going to take to put yourself in the position to make a run to the championship? And, oh, by the way, you got a couple of wins this year. I mean, it's not been a quiet season for you. Remember, you won at Echo Park. You won at Vegas. So you've got some momentum heading into the Chase playoffs, don't you?
Yeah, I feel like I got some good momentum going. I've just got to piece together whole races rather than just showing up at the end of them. I know I've gotten a lot of stage points this year, but that's running from like 7th to 10th. I got to start qualifying a little bit better, and just, putting the whole race together and being consistent and avoiding some of the incidents that plagued me earlier in the season after Echo Park, which I think most of those incidents are behind. But I feel like I'm in a good spot. I typically run consistent. And as long as these guys keep wrecking each other, I think I got a good shot.
Well, buddy, go get him. Before I let you go, the man out of Waynesboro, Pennsylvania, Luke Smith, Kermit the Frog. Of course, ready to roll. Career start 220 tonight. He's got 12 wins, 69 top 5s, 116 top 10s. Thank your sponsors. We'll see you. Daytona, my friend.
Yes, sir. I'd like to shout out Starbase Comics, Florida Cabinet Distributors, NASRA Racing Esports. Like to shout out you guys. Y'all put on a fantastic broadcast. Brady and Cody and everybody that is involved in making this whole ship run. And yeah, pretty much that's about it.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, there is the thoughts. Mr. Kermit, he'll finish in 3rd. Well, let's get off the air here, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of the regular season. Congratulations, by the way. Got to go to Hunter Parsons. Jacob, Hunter Parsons is the regular point series, season champion. But that doesn't mean anything, because beginning next week, the chase for the championship for season number 7. I can't believe how fast it's gone by, Jacob. We are going to the chase next week, Daytona. Look at this. Daytona, Martinsville, Charlotte, the first round. This is going to be exciting, my friend. Strap in.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a wild one, obviously. I mean, you can't forget, obviously, with right after Charlotte, then you got Michigan, then Talladega, and then Kansas. Kansas is going to be the regular, or that's it. That's it. I mean, 7 races is what it's going to be right here for the chase. Actually, no, scratch that. Kansas is not the last race.
Right,
it's going to be Homestead, October the 5th. So Yeah, but we'll get updated. We'll get the whole damn thing probably by next week, probably. But yeah, I mean, what a chase this is going to be. It's going to be a lot of twists, a lot of turns. I'm happy there's no road courses in it. It's going to be straight, short tracks, super speedways, 1.5 miles. Even throw Michigan right there in the middle of it. Going to be a hell of a chase right here. I cannot wait to see how this turns out.
Just to let you know, Daytona, Martinsville, Charlotte, Michigan, Talladega, Kansas, and then Homestead. And there's really not any in elimination, right? So I'm not saying this is the round of 16, the round of 8, the round of 4. It's not anything like that. 7 rounds, 16 drivers. Do your best. At the end, we will find out who will be the champion. Could Taylor Peacock be calling his shot? Could Brady LaBeouf find a way to break back through? It is going to be a fun one indeed, and we look forward to bringing it to you at Daytona next week. Jacob, your final thoughts on tonight in Texas, sir. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, Wesley, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure with the NASRA 360 Racing Network. I mean, what a race right there. I mean, you had your ups, you had your downs. Peacock was able to sneak through and be able to get the win. He wasn't the driver that I thought was going to come out on top. I really thought it was either going to be Cofield or LaBeouf, to be honest with you. But Taylor Peacock usually does that. I mean, Fowler, Indiana's Taylor Peacock usually comes out of damn nowhere and sneaks up through there and makes it happen. And by God, he pulled it tonight. I'm ready to go to Daytona, though, baby. Really? And here.
Bucks 225 tonight goes to Taylor Peacock, setting up for what's going to be a fun battle. Teams, individual status on the quo in Daytona next week when the chase begins. For Brady LaBeouf, Cody Knott, TJ Moore, everybody behind NASRA, NASRA social media, North American Sim, RacingAssociation.com. The Chase playoffs are next week. For Dean Hopton, Jacob Reeves, I'm Wesley Outland. Good evening from Texas.